Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Julie Logan, and I am bringing another video to you today. It's the second one in the series on using nutrients to support children with special needs. In the first video, we talked about what nutrients are and the fact that they govern every process that happens in our body. If you missed that video, you can find it on my website at drjulielogan.com on the media page. Today, though, we are going to be taking it a step further. Today, we are going to be talking about using nutrients now as specific therapeutics for enhancing emotional, cognitive, and behavioral performance in children with autism spectrum disorders. So I am going to share my screen. Okay, so again, the clinical benefit of a multi-nutrient supplement on emotional, cognitive, and behavioral performance in autism spectrum disorder. So first, let's just review that there is no function of the body or brain that is not nutrient dependent. And we can use nutrients on purpose to stimulate desired processes. This includes things like mood, focus, and attention. It includes things like speech, which is so important. And every family with a child who is delayed would agree. We can use nutrients to enhance immune function and disease prevention and disease recovery. We can address sleep problems and bowel function and many, many others. I also want to point out that most drugs that are on the market today have been made studying the way that nutrients interact with each other in our bodies, and they're synthetic options or synthetic versions of things that are already happening. Well, we're not going to use synthetic materials whenever we have a choice not to. We want to use the nutrients themselves to push processes that we want. So let's look at how this was done. So the Autism Nutrition Research Center is an organization that does research, and they do a really good job. And so there have been many studies done around the world with individual nutrients and their benefit. And so this organization pulled together everything that was known, and they created a comprehensive set of vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids, an amino acid called L-carnitine, and they combined that with a healthy allergen-free diet. So that meant, no gluten, no dairy, and no sugar, no food colorants and things like that. So again, it was based on research. That's how they came up with the interventions that they put in this. But let's get to the chase. The 12-month trial found that it resulted in a 7-point increase in IQ for the treated group versus no change for the untreated group, and an 18-month increase in developmental age. That means in 12 months, the treated children actually made up lost time. They gained an extra 6 months versus the untreated group that actually got further behind, because in 12 months, the untreated children only gained 4 months of developmental age. I have a great graph from the study to show you. In this graph, the blue line is the treated group and the tan line is the untreated group. And it says delayed because the ethics of doing these studies mean that when you find that something is really beneficial for a given condition that you're studying, you have to give it to the control group too. So these children did get treated, just not in the first 12 months. Let's take a look at this graph though. So look at receptive, expressive, and written language. Look at the gains that were shown in the children who were treated. I mean, this is phenomenal because this is one of the most important fundamental functions of human beings, is to be able to communicate. And it's something that really struggles in our kids with autism. And so even look at how the difference that we observe between the treated and the untreated in the written, that some of these parameters, the kids who were not treated actually lost ground. So then we have the personal living skills, domestic living skills, community living skills, and interpersonal relationships category. We see dramatic gains in the treated children versus the untreated. The only parameter that doesn't show that profoundly is the play leisure, and I'm not really sure why. But look at coping skills. Look at the difference in the treated group from taking a multivitamin. You see the huge differences that were attained here just from taking some supplemental nutrients. So that is what I want to leave you with today. that you are able, in the space of your own home, you are able to give nutrients that will make a difference on your child's cognitive function, their verbal function, their expressive function, and their many, many other functions that they have just by giving certain nutrients. Now, I want to disclose I have no association with the ANRC. I have worked with similar products. There are other companies that make them. ANRC is not the only one. They just did a phenomenal job in putting together this research study and bringing us the results. So I want to leave you with that hope. Compounding these and coming together with the right mixes of nutrients to support each individual child's need is what I do and what I have done in my practices for many years. And I do see amazing results. I'm just so happy to have a research study that was done to put it together, so it's easy for you to see that as well. So for this video and other videos like it, as well as access to some of the podcasts that we have done and PowerPoints and some presentations for different conferences, you can find that at my webpage. That is drjulielogan.com, and there's a media page. And stay tuned, because our next videos are going to be targeting some of the specific health problems that are common in our kids. And I'm going to be giving you information and help on how to work with those using nutrients as therapy. Thanks so much for watching.